You've been kind of one of the bright spots for Canadian MMA this year. Are you starting to feel a little bit of a burden carrying that increased weight?
A burden? No, no. Are you kidding me? A burden? No. I think it's like an honor. I definitely like think about it, but I love martial arts, and to be able to kind of show it and have like other people in Canada seeing martial arts, other women, other children seeing martial arts and being inspired to try it, that's the blessing I get, not the burden.
Have you noticed a lot more people like coming your way, asking for your attention, things like that?
Yeah, I've noticed a bit of like a increase, but I think it's more like my whole team. We have Mike Malott and Siri on the card with us, and so it's just like all of us growing, and then it's growing exponentially.
I know you've been frustrated with the way some opponents in the past have tried to fight you. Are you excited to compete against someone's nicknamed the Queen of Violence?
Yes. Yeah, I'm super excited. Once I saw that, Queen of Violence, I think, challenge accepted.
Do you feel like you're going to take that name for yourself in this fight?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
New rules come into play for this card, right? The 12 to 6 elbows and change the definition of a ground opponent. Have you worked that into your game plan at all?
Oh yes, yeah. No, I'm a big fan of the rule set being changed to that, and definitely been implementing it.
If you were to make a next change or vote towards something, what do you think the next MMA rule set change should be?
I think more of a penalty for missing weight. I think part of, like that guy last week missing by 10 pounds, like that's crazy. There has to be some more accountability than just money. Like it should be a suspension or something like that. I think half the battle is making weight, and for people that are professional and they're doing it, I understand. Yes, there's some misses and stuff, and that happens. But like there has to be, I think, something with that. I don't know what, but something.
Yeah, Mike said similar answer to that question. So you guys are on a similar mindset over there, I guess. You look at top of this card, you see Rose and Aaron fighting. Is that like inspiring to you to see that spot in the division, and how far do you feel you are away from getting fights like that?
Hopefully soon. Yeah, like I'm focused on my path, and whatever doors open up after this, I'm always trying to get better and beat the girls that are better and better and better until I'm in that #1 spot. But yeah, we'll see what the future holds.
Jasmine, right here. You kind of touched on that 10-pound weight difference or weight miss, and you've had one of those. Not you, but your opponent had one of those, of course. And then you had the fighter pulling out your last time out. So was there any worry coming into this that something crazy was going to happen again?
Yes, there's always that worry, but you just roll with it. Whatever happens, and you just gotta kind of take it off the chin and keep going.
And you always say, you're here for a good time, not for a long time. But, you've had a lot of success. You're coming into this 4-1 in your last 5. You're looking for your 3rd straight win here. I mean, is this the kind of, point in your career where you go, maybe I will be around a little longer than I thought, and maybe now I got to really buckle down and go on that run?
Well, yeah, that's the plan. That whole I'm not here for a long time. That's kind of like my journey within martial arts and within the sport. I started later. I was 26 when I started. And so that's kind of what I mean in my kind of bro science mind of what it is. But yeah, the title has always been being able to be the best in the world and the best that I can possibly be. And I believe that is the best in the world. So yeah, the eyes are always on gold.
And you are the only prelim fighter here today at Media Day other than the featured prelim guys. Even your opponent isn't on the docket today. So what does that tell you about how the UFC values you, especially here in Canada?
Oh, well, that warms my heart. Thank you for telling me that. No, I didn't know that. No, I'm great. I'm grateful for all the opportunities to, be able to show myself a little bit more, and kind of like the more I put myself out there, the more kind of like I get back, and be able to speak with people and learn more about them, and talk to them about martial arts, and come try it. It's a blessing.
Do you feel more comfortable in that role now? Kind of, you are one of the faces of MMA in Canada.
Yeah, I don't feel that comfortable in it, but I've understood that it's part of it, and it keeps me like humbled and motivated, and because I love getting the messages from people saying, oh, you're an inspiration. And then sometimes when I'm having a rough day at training, I think of those little messages that I've got, like, hey, just thinking of you, or sending you positive energy, like stuff like that. People are so kind that don't even know me, and they're so kind to be thinking of me and supporting me. So it in turn is motivation for me to be a better person, to be better for everyone, and hopefully it works vice versa.
And last one for me, I mean, you do have Ariane here, but you did have a matchup with Viviane Araujo for a bit, and obviously that fell through. She was higher up in the rankings than Ariane is, so was there any disappointment to not get that back, and is that one you want back on the books maybe moving forward?
Yeah, I would love that fight. It sucks being presented an opportunity like that and then it being taken away. But, that's life, and I'll just keep trucking, and hopefully an even better opportunity comes after.
Best of luck. Thanks.
Thank you.
Josh, back here.
What's up?
Are you
Canada.
so are you looking forward to getting a little bit of a warmer reception this time, instead of last time having them boo you and you kind of telling everybody to suck it on the microphone afterwards?
Oh yeah, that's funny. I was just talking to one of the other guys, and they were saying you always like play it up when it's in Canada. When you're away, you a little bit play the heel. So yeah, I'm so excited to fight in Canada. I love fighting in Canada. I feel like the Canadians are all behind me, and I don't know. I feel like I go into the cage with extra energy because of the Canadian fans, man. It's so cool to have them supporting me, and I love it.
And going back to the weight discrepancy thing, I was actually talking to Fired Basharat last week about his opponent missing weight by so much, and he kind of said, like, moving on in his career, he said, don't get me wrong, I'm always that guy that'll fight anyone anytime, but I think as I move up in the rankings and I move on in my career, I've got to watch out and have my team look out for myself, because yes, I can take that fight, but in the long run, it might not actually be the smartest move in my career to take a fight with a guy that's missing weight by 10 pounds. I've got to look out for, my place in the rankings. So do you kind of have that mentality as well?
What's funny is I actually had that thought, like, when I was watching that fight, and I understand what you're saying, and I'm the same. I'm thinking, yeah, fuck that, I'm taking that fight, man. But that's what I'm so thankful for my team, and I trust them 100%, because they would say, no, you're an idiot, we're not taking this. And I trust them so much that I would accept that. I wouldn't be like, no, I'm taking it anyways. So I'm just thankful that I'm not the one that has to make those decisions. But yeah, I definitely empathize.
And you did some training with Rose in Denver, right? How did those training sessions go?
I actually wasn't able to get any training in with her. We were in the same room and we planned on it, but I was getting ready for a fight. She was getting ready for a fight, and so the partners were already kind of picked. I trained with Miranda, and Miranda trained with Rose, so we kind of swapped like that. But no, I haven't had the opportunity to train with her, but I look forward one day. I'm sure that we will train together.
I was just gonna say, what did you think of her last fight with Tracy Cortez? Because I mean, obviously you were in there with Tracy, right?
Yeah, no, I thought that was a good fight. I kind of expected it to go that way.
Is that one that you want to get back, the Tracy fight?
You can feel how much it pisses me off. Because one, I actually think I won that fight, regardless of whatever other people think. I think I won that fight. I think it's Mexican Independence Day. Anytime she even threw a punch in front of me that didn't even hit me, the crowd's like, woo, woo. You don't think that sways the judges? Meanwhile, I hit her with a head kick, and it's like silence. I'm like, come on. But you know, everything's blessing in disguise, and a better opportunity will come because of it.
All right, good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Jasmine, right here. You spent a lot of time in Ireland this year training in SBG. Just wondering what kind of sparked that move over there to spend some time under John Kavanagh and the rest of the team there.
Yeah. Also, forgot to tell you, I broke my orbital in that fight, like in the first round, so I couldn't see. I couldn't even see that fight at all. So, in addition, but back to this, just want to get that off my chest. So what happened was a teammate of mine was fighting in Belfast, and so I'm like, oh, that would be such a cool opportunity to go. I love to travel, and I didn't have anything booked at the time. So I'm like, I'm going to go check it out. I can stop over in Ireland, do a little bit of training, you know, kind of like casual. And then I went there, and I met John and the other coaches, and I met the girls, and they have such a great training environment. They're all great people. Everything, I can't say enough good things about being there. So I knew after, I was only there for a couple days, and then I went over to Belfast. But after that, then I knew for sure that it would be more of an exchange, like how the coaches are there and how my coaches are at home. They're all on the same page with everything, and I feel like I just learned so much when I go there from the coaches, from the girls, and I've developed such great relationships with everyone there. And yeah, I look forward to just continuing that and going back all the time.
I'm sure you spent some time with Invicta strawweight champion Danni McCormack over there. Were you surprised after she got that win on the road to the UFC that she wasn't signed to the UFC?
I couldn't believe that. Like, I feel like she's earned it. Like, I just want to see her with the UFC stuff on and like have a fight, because she's done it. She's done the work. She deserves it.
Are you planning on going back again?
For sure. Oh, I have too many friendships there that I wouldn't be able to, but I'll be back probably after this fight. I'll take a little bit of time. A teammate of mine is fighting in Indonesia, so I have the opportunity to go over there with her. And but yeah, I'll definitely be back to Ireland.
Important question. Did you try the Guinness, and what did you think of it?
Oh, I tried the Guinness, and I tried the Forged Irish Stout at Connor's Bar, and you know, because I'm training at SBG and I've tried them both, I'm definitely going with the stout, the Irish Stout.
Nice one. Your last fight against Fatima Klein, obviously, you know, you took it at short notice and gave her the opportunity coming in undefeated. Do you feel that you got the credit that you deserved for a win like that? Because I feel it's a win that's going to look better in time.
Yeah, I agree. I think that fight will age well, and my coaches always say that chick's talented. Like I bet you watch her and Blanchfield in the room, you know, you could guess what it's like. So yeah, I'm excited to see the rest of her career and hopefully fight Blanchfield.
What's your prediction for Rose versus Aaron this weekend?
I don't know. I'm terrible at making predictions, but I think it's like who can implement their like game plan better, and but I kind of think Rose is has more options.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Thank you so much, guys.